The bar smelled of beer, sweat, and leather, the kind of place where laughter could turn to violence in the blink of an eye. At the far corner, a woman in a plain cotton shirt tried to keep her head down, sipping water while the jukebox rattled. Out of tune. But trouble has a way of sniffing out the quiet ones. A broad-shouldered biker swaggered toward her, his boots heavy on the wooden floor. Without warning, his hand shot forward, clutching the collar of her shirt. With one violent tug, the fabric tore, and in that instant, something was revealed that silenced every voice in the bar. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. Beneath the torn shirt, on her shoulder blade, ink stretched across her skin, the proud emblem of the United States Marine Corps. The eagle, globe, and anchor seemed almost alive in the dim light, and the room froze around it. Murmurs spread like wildfire. A Marine? Here? The biker's hand faltered, his grin fading into something tighter, more uncertain. Yet pride kept him from stepping back. The woman's chest rose and fell quickly. She had spent years hiding that tattoo, guarding the part of her past that most never guessed. To them, she was just a quiet woman with downcast eyes. But in Iraq, she had been a Marine who stood her ground under fire. And now, in this smoky bar, her two worlds had collided. Her mind raced. She didn't want violence, not again, not here. But she could see the biker's crew gathering, sensing his hesitation and ready to back him if he faltered. She swallowed. Hard, her voice low but steady. You don't know what you've just done. The bar held its breath. A veteran at the counter set down his glass, staring. A young man in a denim jacket whispered, "She served." The weight of respect began to ripple through the crowd. Still, the biker clenched his fists. His pride was cornered, and men like him rarely backed down without spectacle. She thought she might have to fight her way out. She thought she'd never see a day when her scars, her past, would defend her. She was wrong. From the far side of the bar, an old man stood. His beard was white, his frame wiry, but his eyes sharp as steel. Slowly, he raised his sleeve to reveal his own faded Marine Corps tattoo, etched by time, but unmistakable. Another man followed, then another. In silence, one by one, veterans in the room lifted their sleeves, collars, and jackets, all revealing their ink, their brotherhood, their bond. The biker's smirk crumbled into something smaller, something weaker. He looked around, and for the first time in his life, he wasn't the strongest man in the room. The air grew heavy, charged with unspoken warning. These weren't just bar patrons. They were Marines, soldiers, men and women who had fought for each other, for strangers, for the freedom that let him walk through that door. The woman didn't move, didn't need to. Her silence was power enough. The biker released what remained of her torn shirt, stepping back with a muttered curse. He tried to hide it, but his retreat was clear to everyone watching. The bar erupted, not in chaos, but in applause. Hands slammed on tables. Voices rose in respect. The sound wasn't for a fight won, but for dignity reclaimed. Her eyes stung with tears, not of pain, but of belonging. For years she had kept her service locked away, afraid no one would understand. Yet here, among strangers, it spoke louder than words, because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits. And it finds its way back. And as she slipped out into the cool night air, the torn edges of her shirt fluttering, the echo of clapping hands followed her like a promise. That courage once given to the world is never forgotten if this story moved you. Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that reveal the power of respect, courage, and quiet heroes.